were important for us, they should be important for you as well. First is vision. When you start to assemble these processes and think about how you optimize your supply chain, having that vision, having that big, hairy, audacious goal is important. It's what drives our business. I mentioned some of you, we walked in, we started this company as truly as a startup. We wanted to build a business plan, raised $54 million in venture capital, bought 7 companies, assembled them together into solutions, and that's what's gotten us where we are today. But it was a vision that drove that. Vision without execution is nothing but indigestion. So if I have a vision but I can't execute against it, it's not a good thing. So execution for us means we have partners like MicroChannel, because it's impossible. We were talking about the time differences earlier. I've got a board of directors meeting at 8 a.m. on Thursday the 26th in Boston, Massachusetts, which is 11 p.m. here till 4 in the morning, which is not such a good thing, actually. Why do we have local partners? First of all, these guys are also supply chain pros. Graham has worked with us in one manner, shape, or form for what, 10 years, 12 years, something like that. So very much involved in the same businesses we're in. But he's here, MicroChannel is here, same time zones. People that can hop in a car and drive across the street instead of hopping on a plane flying for 24 hours. Makes a huge difference. So execution, big part of it. Technology. Now, being the chief technology officer, you think all I preach is technology, but my mantra, our people, is no technology for technology's sake. I love bright, shiny objects, but at the end of the day, bright, shiny objects don't necessarily drive results at the bottom line of your business. So technology, for the purposes of improving your overall operations, is the only place technology should play a role. And hopefully what you'll see from us would back that up. Stability. I mentioned we raised $54 million. We still got $17 million of that in the bank. Most of our competition are a tenth the size we are. We're not a huge company. We're $35 million in annual turnover. But at the end of the day, most of our competitors are $2 and $3 and $4 million. So we're the 800-pound gorilla in a small market from that perspective. And so what that does is it gives you some sense that an investment in technology from Accellos is something that you're not going to have to worry about throwing away in 2 years or 5 years, because the company is in financial difficulty and can't continue to support their products. We have also, and I have to have one, boy, that didn't come through very well, did it? I have to have one slide that talks about technology. I won't belabor this point. When you see the application, what you're going to see is a browser-based application. Runs in an internet browser, doesn't run in the desktop. Simple to deploy, easy for you to use, looks like a desktop app, it isn't one. And I'll show it to you here in a few minutes, and we'll go from there. But the notion here that you should take away from that slide that no one can read is that it is future-proof. We built it so that as technology changes, the primary change in technology, if you think about this, over the course of the last 10 to 20 years, isn't the way things are computed, it's the way they are presented. It's browser versus desktop, character versus graphic, mobile versus stationary, available anywhere versus only available in your office. And so the technology we built is agnostic as to how it's presented. So that as technology changes from a presentation layer standpoint, all you really have to do is build new ways of displaying information to specifically address the audience that you're trying to address. Make sense? Now, our products, from a supply chain standpoint, are really focused around a couple of key things. I want to spend a little bit of time talking to you about this, workspace events and workflows. That is the proactive, I'm going to find something for you to do system inside of a system that looks for the exceptions. It looks for situations where orders come in that need your attention, where trucks haven't arrived, that's supposed to arrive with goods that were going to be delivered. It's that visibility that proactively lets you know what's going on within your extended supply chain so that you can take action with your customers to make sure you update and amend their expectations of what you're going to do to provide customer service to them. And then, the focal points are things in the warehouse, things on transport, things from a collaboration perspective, visibility solutions. We'll go through those in more depth. So let's stop there. Let me stop and ask a question that I didn't say this up front. I should have. I apologize. Interactive, please stop me at any point in time. Throw something at me if you'd like to get my attention. I do seem to talk at 60 miles an hour with gusts to 100. Anytime, anything, there's no question that isn't appropriate. So if you have no questions at this point, then what we'll do is give you a little bit of a short introduction to the application. Not going to spend hours in demos. That's not what we're here for today. It's really to pique your curiosity on how you can optimize supply chains, and then some of the tools that we collectively with MicroChannel can bring to market to help with that. So, any questions?